Hello everyone. So this is our sixth lecture on ionic equilibrium, and today I am going to discuss hydrolysis of salt. Right. So when we are discussing hydrolysis of salt, we are revising ionic equilibrium, like hydrolysis of salt of weak acid and strong base is actually hydrolysis of anion, and hydrolysis of anion means we are solving solution of weak base. So here we have to compare the things, right? So we'll discuss some important points regarding hydrolysis. So let us start our lecture today. So our today lecture is hydrolysis of salt. So when we are discussing hydrolysis of salt, hydrolysis of salt means hydrolysis of salt means reaction of salt with water. A reaction of salt with water. So when a salt will react with water, water will give H plus ion or OH minus ion to the salt. Right. So it is a type of acid base reaction. Let us Bronsted acid and Bronsted base relation, because there is a transfer of H plus ion, or right, we'll see that how it is taking place. So let us discuss the first case 1. Hydrolysis of salt of hydrolysis of salt of strong acid and strong base. And here we are taking the valency of cation and valency of anion as 1, means it is a salt of monobasic acid and monoacidic base. So the simplest example that can be possible here is NaCl. So NaCl is a salt of strong acid and strong base, right? So this NaCl is formed because HCl is reacting with NaOH, and when they will completely react, the salt and water will form, right? So when acid and base will react, that is known as neutralization reaction between acid and base. So when I am saying that NaOH will react with hydrogen chloride, HCl, acid base reaction, there is formation of NaCl in aqueous state plus H2O in liquid state, right? Acid base neutralization reaction, right? And you know that this is an exothermic reaction. Delta H for this reaction will be negative. Acid and base react, then energy will release. So when we are studying hydrolysis, it is reverse of neutralization reaction between acid and base. When I'm talking about the above reaction, if I simplify, we know that NaOH is a strong base. So in the solution, it is existing in the form of Na plus ion and OH minus ion. HCl is a strong acid, so in the solution it will exist in the form of H plus and Cl minus ion. And if nothing is mentioned about the salts, salts are example of a strong electrolyte, so they are 100% dissociated. So Na plus and Cl minus in aqueous state and H2O in liquid state. So if you see here, Na plus ion is not participating in the reaction. It is before and after the reaction, right? So it will cancel out. Cl minus is not participating in the reaction. So Na plus and Cl minus here, they are spectator ions. So what is the reaction which is going on? We know that whenever a strong acid reacts with a strong base, H plus and OH minus will combine to form water, and due to this bond formation, heat energy will be liberated. So it is an exothermic reaction, right? And we also know that what is the amount of heat energy liberated in this process, right? Minus sign will indicate that heat energy is liberated. So if I write that what is delta H of this reaction, that is equal to minus 13.6 or 7 kilocalorie per mole, right? So in thermochemistry we have studied that. Now when I'm talking about uh, hydrolysis is just the reverse reaction of acid base, right? It is just the reverse reaction. Just a minute. Okay, there is some problem. Okay, so when I'm saying that when NaCl is reacting with water, NaCl in aqueous state will react with H2O in liquid state to form NaOH in aqueous state and HCl in aqueous state. HCl in aqueous state. And by the same way, if I simplified this, in the solution, this NaCl is present in the form of Na plus and Cl minus ion. In this solution, sodium hydroxide is a strong base. It is an example of a strong electrolyte. So it will be 100% dissociated. So it will present in Na plus and OH minus form. HCl will present in H plus and Cl minus form. H plus and Cl minus form. Again, Na plus and Cl minus are spectator ions. Na plus and Cl minus are spectator ions. So it is just an endothermic reaction, dissociation of water or ionization of water to form H plus ion in aqueous state plus OH minus ion in aqueous state. Right. So when water dissociate to form H plus and OH minus ion in aqueous state, it means that the equilibrium constant Kw for this is equal to 10 to the power minus 14 when temperature is equal to 298 Kelvin, right? And at 298 Kelvin, we can say that pH is equal to POH is equal to 7. So whenever we are talking about a solution of a strong base and strong acid, like if I am saying that what is the pH of NaCl solution, so pH of NaCl solution will be 7 at room temperature. What is the pH of NaNO3 solution? HNO3 is a strong acid, so we can say okay, the pH will be 7. Or if I am saying that if there is a solution of KClO4, so HClO4 is a strong acid and KOH is a strong base, so pH will be 7. So any solution of salt of strong acid and strong base at 298 Kelvin in water, the pH will be 7, right? So whenever we are saying that salt of strong acid and strong base, they are not reacting with water, because when they will react with water, suppose if I am saying that Na plus will react with water, what it will form? It will take OH minus. So it will take OH minus to form NaOH, and NaOH is a strong base. It will again dissociate, so it will not take OH minus from water. So that's why there is no hydrolysis of cation of strong base, or there is no hydrolysis of anion of strong acid, right? So this is our first point, that whenever we are talking about solution of a strong acid and a strong base, the pH of the solution will be 7, because there is no hydrolysis of cation or there is no hydrolysis of anion. So water is not going to react with them, so pH is not going to change. Now let us take second example, case 2. We have a solution of, so we are discussing here case 2, hydrolysis of salt of weak acid and strong base. Hydrolysis of salt of weak acid and strong base. And we are taking one example. Weak acid means we can take acetic acid, so CH3COOH, and its sodium salt NaOH will react with acetic acid to form sodium acetate. So this is the solution of sodium acetate, and its initial concentration is C naught. The dissociation constant of acetic acid is given. So K for CH3COOH is given, that is equal to 1.8 into 10 to the power minus 5. And now we have to discuss that what are the concentration of different chemical species, or what is the pH of the solution, or how the degree of dissociation will depend on dilution and all these factors. So here when we are saying that this salt is reacting with water, let us write the reaction first. So CH3COONA in aqueous state will react with water in liquid state to form acid CH3COOH in aqueous state plus NaOH in aqueous state, right? So salt and water will react to form acid and base. So if I further simplify, I know that this is a salt, and if nothing is mentioned about salt, salts are example of a strong electrolyte. So this will be 100% dissociated. So this is acetate ion and Na plus ion plus water molecule H2O in liquid state. On the right hand side, since it is a weak acid, so most of the weak acid will exist in the molecular form. So I will write in this form only. But NaOH is a strong base, so we should write that Na plus in aqueous state plus OH minus ion in aqueous state. OH minus ion in aqueous state. So here Na plus ion is not participating in the reaction, it is a spectator ion. So what is the overall reaction which is going on? An ion of weak acid, that is acetate ion, is reacting with water H2O in liquid state to form, it is a reversible reaction, so let me draw the reversible sign, to form CH3COOH in aqueous state plus OH minus ion in aqueous state. It is also acid base reaction because here it is base, right? Because it can take H plus ion, and this is behaving like an acid. So water is a acid here and this is a base here. So sometimes when we are writing equilibrium constant of this reaction, we can write Kb of acetate ion, or we write hydrolysis constant, right? So Kb or Kh both have same. When I am writing Kh, I am saying that there is hydrolysis of acetate ion. When I am writing Kb, I am saying that the acetate ion is behaving like a weak base because it is taking H plus and it is increasing the concentration of OH minus into the solution. So you should understand that when we are writing Kh or Kb, it has the same meaning, right? So now for this reaction, if I am saying that at time t is equal to 0, C naught is the concentration of acetate ion, and this is solvent, so it is present in a large quantity, and when there is no hydrolysis, there is no formation of acetic acid and OH minus ion. Now if I say that the degree of hydrolysis of this anion is equal to H, like this is like degree of dissociation. So at equilibrium, if I write in terms of degree of dissociation, we write C naught minus C naught alpha. Here I have to write C naught minus C naught H, right? So this is H is degree of hydrolysis, and this is solvent. It is present in excess amount. Its concentration will almost constant. It does not depend on amount of the substance. There is formation of C naught H and C naught H, right? One particle of acetate ion, when react, one particle of acetic acid will form, one particle of OH minus will form. So the amount of acetate ion hydrolyzes C naught H, that's why C naught H and C naught H. This is the reaction. So if I write that, what is the equilibrium constant of this reaction? I can say that the equilibrium constant of this reaction is equal to Kh, that is hydrolysis constant. And the value of hydrolysis constant will be the concentration of acetic acid CH3COOH into concentration of OH minus ion upon concentration of acetate ion. Will not write the concentration of water because it is almost pure substance. Excess of water is there, so its concentration will be constant, so we can bring that constant on left hand side. So this is the equilibrium constant. If I divide and multiply the numerator by H plus ion concentration, divide and multiplied by H plus ion concentration, so we know that H plus into OH minus inside the water is always equal to Kw, irrespective of what is present in water. And if you simplify this, when acetic acid will dissociate, it will form acetate ion and H plus ion. So acetate ion concentration, H plus ion concentration divided by concentration of acetic acid will be Ka, right? Now you understand that we have done that conjugate acid base concept, that Ka into Kb is equal to Kw. So here if I am writing what is Kb, Kb is equal to Kw upon Ka. So I can write Kb or I can write Kh, right? Both are same. So we should understand that we are solving a problem of weak base. This is not a new problem. I am solving a problem of weak base. So the hydrolysis constant, if I write that hydrolysis constant, if I put the value whatever it is given, I can write that is equal to C naught H square 1 minus H. On simplification, I'm getting this value, right? KH is equal to C naught H square 1 minus H. Or I can say that KB is equal to, if I am writing in terms of base, I should write degree of dissociation of base. So we should write C naught into alpha square 1 minus alpha. Parallelly I am discussing those things, right? So either I can say that it can be written like this, or we can say that it can be written like this. It is behaving like a weak base. So while solving a problem of weak base, what we do, we'll make cases, right? We compare the value of alpha and then solve a problem. So what we do, case one, we assume that the value of alpha is less than 0.05, right? If the value of alpha is less than 0.05, means percent dissociation of the base is less than 5%. So we can take an approximation that 1 minus alpha is approximately equals to 1. 1 minus alpha is approximately equals to 1. And then we write that Kb is equal to C naught alpha square, right? C naught alpha square. This is approximate value. And from there we write that alpha is equal to Kb upon C naught. Kb upon C naught. Same way here we'll also solve, because it is like a weak base. So what we'll write, that case 1, when the degree of hydrolysis will be less than 0.05, then 1 minus H is equal to 1. So we can write that Kh is equal to C naught into H square. And from here we write that the value of degree of hydrolysis is equal to under root Kh upon C naught, under root Kh upon C naught. And the value of Kh, we know, we have proved that Kh is equal to Kw upon Ka into C naught, right? Now, due to hydrolysis of anion, there is formation of OH minus, and the concentration of OH minus is equal to C naught into H. So now if I put the value of H here, this can be simplified. That is equal to Kw into C naught upon Ka. So this is the concentration of OH minus. If I want to write what is the concentration of H plus, in any aqueous medium, H plus ion concentration will be Kw upon OH minus ion concentration. OH minus ion concentration. So if you further simplify this, what you are going to get, Kw divided by OH minus ion concentration. If you simplify this value, you are going to get Kw into K upon C naught. So this is the H plus ion concentration. Right now from here, if I take minus log on both sides, so minus log H plus ion concentration will be pH. Half will come outside, so minus log Kw is pKw, minus log Ka is pKa, and this minus minus will become plus, so that is equal to log C naught, right? So this is the formula to calculate the pH of the solution, right? So some people remember this formula, but they forget that when this formula was derived, when what is the condition, when it is valid, when this formula is valid. So it is valid when H is less than 0.05, then only it is valid. So in JEE Advanced, please take care of all those things while solving the problem. They have already asked a certain condition in which this is not going to be valid, so you should know before applying the formula that this formula is valid under what condition. So this will be valid when H is less than 0.05. Now the second case, as we solve, suppose this case is not valid. Second case, case 2, again I am relating this case 2 with weak base, right? So I am writing here weak base, case 2. In case of base, we are writing that Kb is equal to C naught alpha square 1 minus alpha. Here we are writing Kh is equal to C naught H square 1 minus H, C naught H square 1 minus H. Suppose you have derived the formula, you have calculated the value of H, and the value of H is lying between, it is greater than 0.05, greater than equal to 0.05, and it is less than 1. So in this case, I cannot neglect alpha. Here we should write alpha, not H, na? So in this case, I cannot neglect alpha with respect to 1. So we have to solve quadratic equation in alpha, right? When we solve quadratic equation in alpha, then we can write that OH minus ion concentration will be C naught alpha. So if we know OH minus ion concentration, we know what is the pOH of the solution, and if we know what is the pOH of the solution, we can calculate what is the pH of the solution. Same way here, when the value of H calculated by that formula under root KH upon C naught, if it is greater than equal to 0.05 and less than 1, then we have to solve quadratic equation in H. And after solving the quadratic equation in H, we can write that OH minus ion concentration is equal to C naught H, and from there we'll calculate what is the value of pOH. And if we know the value of pOH, we can write what is pH. pH is equal to pKw, that is 14 at 298 Kelvin, minus the value of pOH. So we can calculate this thing, right? So this is parallel to weak base solution. It is parallel to weak base solution. There may be a possibility, then when you are applying this formula, case third, there is a possibility, case 3, that you are writing Kb is equal to C naught alpha square 1 minus alpha, and you have calculated the value of alpha, and alpha is equal to Kb upon C naught. You are using this formula to calculate, and you are getting alpha greater than equal to 1. So we are saying that this is absurd value, that cannot be possible, absurd value. Alpha cannot be greater than 1. So what does it mean? If the value of alpha is equal to 1, it means that the weak base is behaving like a strong base. Weak base is behaving like a strong base. Similarly, here also we are saying case 3, same way, that will apply the formula H is equal to under root KH upon C naught, and if I am getting H greater than equal to 1, then I will say that an ion will 100% hydrolyze, right? So we can directly write that OH minus ion concentration is equal to C naught, because C naught H is equal to 1, right? So in this case, we'll say that there is 100%, there is 100% hydrolysis of anion. There is 100% hydrolysis of anion, right? So be careful, don't mug up the formula only that the hydrolysis of salt of weak acid and strong base, and you remember this formula that pH is equal to half of pKw plus pK plus log C naught, right? This is valid only when H is less than 0.05. So this is an important point. The second point is that how the degree of hydrolysis will vary with concentration. So if I dilute, if I add more solvent into it, you can see here degree of hydrolysis is kh upon c naught. Kh is equilibrium constant, so it depends on temperature. So if I dilute the solution, if we decrease the concentration of the salt or concentration of the anion which is hydrolyzed, the degree of hydrolysis is going to increase. So degree of hydrolysis will increase on dilution, right? And how the pH of the solution is going to change on dilution? When you decrease the concentration C naught, which is in log C naught, so this value of log C naught is going to decrease. If the value of log C naught is going to decrease, the pH of the solution is going to decrease, right? So some people get confused that degree of dissociation or hydrolysis is increasing, but the solution is diluted also, right? So the concentration is also decreasing, and the decrease in concentration is more dominating than increase in degree of hydrolysis. That's why when we do dilution, the concentration of OH minus will decrease. If the concentration of OH minus will decrease, the concentration of H plus will increase. If the concentration of H plus will increase, the pH of the solution will decrease, right? So this is about the hydrolysis of salt of weak acid and strong base. In the same way, I can discuss the third case, which is very similar. This is also a revision of what we have studied in a second case, but in place of hydrolysis of anion, there is a hydrolysis of cation. So here we are discussing case 3, hydrolysis of salt of weak base and strong acid. Weak base and strong acid. So let us take an example. Weak base is ammonia. When it is reacted with HCl, there is a formation of NH4Cl. So this is the salt NH4Cl, and the concentration of this salt is C naught, and the dissociation constant Kb of ammonia NH3 is equal to 1.8 into 10 to the power minus 5. This is very common value, you should remember it, otherwise that will be given in the question. Now we want to study that what is happening when NH4Cl is added to water. So when NH4Cl is added to water, or NH4Cl is present in water, it will react with water. So NH4Cl will react with water to form ammonia in aqueous state plus H2O in liquid state. In दोनों को combine, if we combine these two, it will form NH4OH, right? Plus acid. Acid is HCl in aqueous state. If I further write simplified form, because how it is present in solution, NH4Cl is salt. So salt will be example of a strong electrolyte. So it will present in the form of NH4 plus Cl minus ion in aqueous state. Right? It is reacting with water, H2O in liquid state, NH4OH, or I can write ammonia in aqueous state plus H2O in liquid state plus H plus in aqueous state and H plus in aqueous state, NH4Cl na. So H plus and Cl minus ion in aqueous state. So who is the spectator ion here? Cl minus ion is the spectator ion. So it will cancel out from both sides. So what is happening? NH4 plus in aqueous state is reacting with water molecule, and it is giving H plus to water molecule, right? So here 2 molecules of water we should write here in order to balance all these things. This is present in the form of H3O plus, right? This will present in the form of H3O plus. So now I am writing in a simplified way that NH4 plus in aqueous state plus H2O in liquid state will form H3O plus in aqueous state plus ammonia in aqueous state. This is the reaction which is happening. So this is behaving like a weak acid. Weak acid is taking, or weak acid is giving H plus to water. So this NH4 plus is a, right, it is giving H plus to water. So it is acting like an acid and it is acting like a base. Bronsted acid base theory, right? So, and this is a reversible reaction. So if I write that what is the concentration at equilibrium, so this will be C naught minus C naught H. This is solvent. So there is formation of C naught H and C naught H, right? So by the same way, we can write that the hydrolysis constant of this reaction is equal to the concentration of NH3 into concentration of H3O plus upon concentration of NH4 plus. Will not write water, it is solvent, right? So if we multiply the numerator and denominator by OH minus ion concentration, it can be simplified as Kw upon Kb. And again, you can see that this is not KH, this is also Ka. It is conjugate acid of ammonia, right? So KH is nothing but Ka, conjugate acid. So we are solving a problem of weak acid. So I can write that at equilibrium, the hydrolysis constant KH is equal to C naught alpha. In place of alpha, I am writing H. C naught H square 1 minus H. Again, there will be 3 cases while solving this. Case 1, when the value of H is less than 0.05. So when the value of H is less than 0.05, then 1 minus H is equal to 1. So we can write that H is equal to under root KH upon C naught. And we know that KH is equal to KW upon KB. So KW upon KB into C naught. And the concentration of H3O plus ion is equal to C naught into H. So if you simplify, you can directly write here that is equal to KW KB, and C naught will come in the numerator. So if you take minus log on both sides, you can write that the pH of this solution is equal to half times minus log Kw, you know, pKw, and here denominator Kb is in denominator, so if you simplify, that will come minus pKb, and this value will be minus log C naught. So most of you remember this formula, but again I am saying that when JEE Advanced will ask this question, right, be careful about when this formula is valid. This is not always valid. Valid when H is less than 0.05, right? And the second point is that you have applied the formula, same formula, in order to calculate H, and while calculating you are getting another situation. You are getting a value of H which may be greater than equal to 0.05 and it is less than 1. Then we'll say that we cannot neglect H with respect to 1. We have to solve the quadratic equation. What is the quadratic equation? KH is equal to C naught H square 1 minus H. So solve quadratic equation in H, and when you solve this quadratic equation in H, you will get the value of H. When you get the value of H, you can find out what is the value of H plus ion concentration, that is C naught into H. So from there you can calculate what is the pH of the solution. Or there may be a third possibility. While calculating the value of H by this formula, you have applied KH upon C naught. If the solution is very dilute, if C naught is less than KH, then the value of H, if it is equal, then H is 1. If it is less, then H is greater than 1. So this absurd value is saying that here the cation of the salt is 100% dissociated. So absurd value implies that there is 100% hydrolysis, there is 100% hydrolysis of NH4 plus ion. So if there is 100% hydrolysis of NH4 plus ion, we can write that the concentration of H3O plus ion is equal to C naught. H3O plus ion is equal to C naught. And then you can compare. This is not a weak acid. This is a strong acid. So in case of a strong acid, you know how to solve problem, when to consider water and when not to consider water. So those things you already know. So again here, same thing. If I dilute the solution, I am decreasing the concentration C naught. If I decrease the concentration of C naught, the degree of hydrolysis will increase. And in this case, when we see that what is the effect on pH of the solution, the effect on pH of the solution, if I dilute the solution, I will decrease the value of C naught. If I decrease the value of C naught, any questions asked regarding this fourth case? So we'll discuss that hydrolysis of salt of weak acid and weak base. And for discussing this topic, I am taking acid and base such that the dissociation constant of acid is equal to the dissociation constant of base. So here the salt is ammonium acetate. So there is a solution of ammonium acetate, CH3COONH4, ammonium acetate. The concentration of this salt is equal to C naught, right? And they will give that what is the value of Ka and Kb. And we know that for acetic acid and NH4OH, that is equal to 1.8 into 10 to the power minus 5. So we want to know that what will happen to this solution which contains, we have already discussed that these type of solution will act like a buffer solution. If you add a small quantity of acid and base, they will consume it, right? So let us discuss that what will happen and how to calculate the pH of this solution. So if we write ammonium acetate present in the solution, it will react with water molecule to form weak base. Either I will write NH4OH in this form, right? And weak acid CH3COOH. I can also write this base as ammonia in aqueous state plus water. Both are correct. There is no problem in that. So now if I further simplify what is happening, so this salt is present in the form of ions. So acetate ion is there in the solution, and ammonium ion is there in the solution. NH4 plus ion is there in the solution, and it is reacting with water H2 in liquid state to form, either I will write ammonia or NH4OH, both are same, right? So whatever you want to write. So if I am writing here, suppose if I am writing here in the form of NH4OH, I'm writing in this form NH4OH plus this CS3COOH in aqueous state, right? So there is no spectator ion. Acetate ion and NH4 plus ion is not going to cancel out, and both is going to react because both are cation or anion of strong weak base and weak acid. So both are going to react, and their degree of hydrolysis is also same, because suppose when I am writing this, it is not the actual case. This acetate ion is reacting with water separately, and this ammonium ion is reacting with water separately. So these two reactions are going parallelly. These two reactions are happening parallelly. Okay, so that's why if I write that at equilibrium, what is the concentration? So this will be C naught minus C naught H, because degree of hydrolysis of cation and anion both will be equal. That's why I'm writing like that. This will be C naught H. This is solvent. So C naught H and C naught H. Now, if I write that what is the hydrolysis constant of this reaction, that is equal to, the hydrolysis constant is equal to the concentration of ammonia or NH4OH into concentration of acetic acid CH3COOH divided by concentration of acetate ion CH3COO minus ion and concentration of ammonium ion NH4 plus ion. So if you further multiply the numerator and denominator by H plus and OH minus ion concentration and simplify it, H plus and OH minus ion concentration, and simplify it, you can write that is equal to Kw upon Ka Kb, Kw upon Ka and Kb. So now if I write that what is the value of KH in terms of C naught and H, so I'm writing here concentration of NH4OH, that is C naught H, concentration of acetic acid, that will be C naught H, divided by concentration of acetate ion, that is equal to C naught 1 minus H, concentrate of ammonium ion, concentration of ammonium ion, that is C naught 1 minus H. If you simplify, C naught in the numerator and denominator will cancel out, that is equal to H 1 minus H whole square, right? Now from here, if I write that what is the value of H1 minus H, that is exactly equal to under root KH, and the value of under root KH we know, that is equal to under root of KW upon KA into KB, right? So till here I have not taken any approximation. This is the exact formula. So from this formula, if I want to write that what is the exact value of degree of hydrolysis, so the exact value of degree of hydrolysis, cross multiply and simplify this, we are getting under root KH 1 plus under root KH, right? And for this, now if I take approximation, because K and KB is very small, so if I write that what is the value of KH for this particular salt, so that is equal to 10 to the power minus 14 divided by 1.8 whole square, because K and KB both are equal, into 10 to the power minus 10. So if you simplify this value, this is 10 to the power minus 4 upon 1.8 whole square, right? So this is a very small value with respect to, so if I take under root, this value will be 10 to the power minus 2 divided by 1.8, right? 1.8, this value will be under root KH. So this under root KH is less than 0.01, so I can neglect under root KH with respect to